Alright, welcome back to jorttt match, the first match of this weekend that is being streamed, of course. GEX versus Hokoasa, facing off surprisingly in the losers bracket. Seed 2 versus Seed 4. You see SP ban, again not surprising. You see a Gimme getting banned here. GEX's turn to ban. Yeah, I was gonna see some form of gimmick probably, and that's number 5 being banned, so two very gimmicky maps being banned right off the bat. So for GEX's turn to pick. Probably see some sort of HD getting picked, I would hazard my guess on. Oh, you'll see. Something like HD2, HD1. You know, facing against C3 last week, they did go for some of the HDs, but they're gonna go for number 3 first pick. That's the kind of visual tech map getting picked first. Korean Sound Corporate, Asa, Okuyo. A lot of quote-unquote random snappings make this map really hard to act, and you know, still decently hard to FC. Hello.
Hello. I guess I'll be here. I'm watching 2 tournaments at the same time, so
Okay, IMS.
hopefully it's not.
Oh my
Hopefully
god.
that's not too bad.
Yeah. Got NTJ Grand Finals at the exact same time.
Oh, we are both watching the same 2 tournaments.
Yeah.
Very professional job as professional classes or top 4, but hello, not top 4, I'm sorry, top 4.5.
True.
Welcome everyone to finals. I'm so excited to watch this match. GEX being second seeded, but technically I would say the 4th seeded of the team, and then Hokoasa to me is more like the 5th seeded of the team. Average Japanese team of both teams. Actually, maybe not average Japanese on GEX's side. I think we have all at least heard of these people before. Angel Eru, A40, or K8107, or K8107. These are all very big names. A40, despite being Italian, usually plays with Japanese, and he plays with the same group every time. And of course, like this group. And they are extremely good teams. Like basically, I would say Taiko Cup top 6 above team against Hokoasa, probably a top 12 team. A lot of upcoming new names that not many of us have heard of, but they have been performing quite decent because I mean Japanese after all.
Yeah, some high rank players as well, and then joined with some top Indonesian players as well.
On to No More 5. If anyone have watched this song before, this was in a mapping contest. Yeah, this map has a lot of weird reference and such. It's more like your post-modern map. Very futuristic, and we got some very close match to start things off here. Cat on Cat and Mr. 0223 will be missing. Shifon with a very early break as well. Traded by A40 and KO8107, but there's our three-way break here from Hokoasa. Now my Android area and Minix will be the one on the top, and especially for break here from Shifon as well. There's a whole team reset from Hokoasa. There's no combos for them, and looking like this tag pick is a very good pick to start things for GEX. Minix, despite being a non-Japanese, I mean, the player that you probably look down on, but still absolutely gaming this pick. Top score of the lobby so far, even beating up my Android area as he finds a break like I mentioned here, and looking like there's nothing from Hokoasa to come back from this. Mr. 0223 finally picked back up the combo, so does Cat on Cat, but the accuracies is not helping them whatsoever.
Yeah, two players below 96% aside Hokoasa. It's already looking like a impossible comeback, but you know, I mean, the map doesn't really shift in difficulty, so we'll see.
The break though, and I think the scores are pretty much very favored towards one team. Around average 40,000 points per player in favor of GEX. If you compare the top and the top of each team, Minix and Mr. 0223. And then also my Android area and Cat on Cat, average around 40k per player, so pretty much uncomebackable. We only have the final part left, and the final part I would say a little bit bit easier, but as I say easier, so seemingly like these players just cannot hold on some of these easier parts of the map. Probably got a bit nervous after the break here. My Android area finding a break. Also this Nisio after the initial score break session. This Mono not tripping up the DTKK off the team here. Minix most likely gonna be top scoring the board here, and I think that FC is gone.
Yeah, seems like a real miss, and that should be Minix and K107 topping the lobby. Can't tell who's really gonna finish first here, but definitely a very convincing GEX point. Destroying them in terms of accuracy.
Looks like K8107 will be on the top in the end, barely beating Minix, but yeah, very good performance from both of these players. Manuel being third place, also with a very good performance at a 900k, a very similar team score for the entire team, so definitely a team performance from GEX, and you can see why they decided to pick this map. Hokoasa though, they do have their next choice, and I would say more hard rock health stuff. They do have more straightforward stuff. It's definitely more on the A game, and I would say speed as well.
Yeah.
GEX probably, I would say the weakest link right now is probably either jorttt or who is another Japanese guy. I'm sorry, I forgot your name. Very good.
Who's the weak link? Oh. Well, I mean, that's Gimme getting picked already. Pretty fast.
Alright, let's see. This pick, I'm kind of surprised that they decided to go for gimmicky stuff. They're not really known as a gimmick team, and I would say the other team has some pretty good gimmick players, and we are finally seeing Makiman for the first time.
Yeah. I do remember Hokoasa popping off during qualifiers number 4 though, and in terms of difficulty, this map is kind of around there, I guess. So maybe, you know, they've done enough practice like qualifiers and can 3-way this map or something like that.
Yep. This map, your normal, average normal gimmick, not very required in terms of, I would say, gimmicky knowledge. Not many muscle memory block, anti-muscle memory sessions. You just muscle memory with skill caps. 6.95 star. A lot of players should find this a lot easier than probably even the previous 2 pools if they are not the best in terms of gimmick. A bit less gimmicky. Yeah, because a bit less gimmicky required.
I mean, my personal opinion is it is definitely hardest so far. Matching qualifiers a little bit. I don't know. Can't really come down to those like merging yellow note parts because there's quite a decent amount of them, and I feel like they might be the hardest gimmick in the map. Because of a lot of foresight, and it plays like HD essentially. That's what I'm trying to say. In a certain sense, I guess.
But after, I do believe most of these players may think this is probably the easiest map in the entire pool, so a bit more of a accuracy balance of the map. You see this anyone get blind by the flashing notes as Edge 2Q, gonna be finding a second break over there. Gives you a bit of an extra combo as well. A lot of yellow notes are missing here. Does hurt your score a little bit because you gain score so easily. Nisio is gonna be the second to find a drop here. Still a double S from a couple of players, but not looking too well for Hokoasa.
Yeah, unfortunate amount of misses from both Edge and Nisio, and now GEX. 4-way FC running away with it for now.
Yeah, a very good score from GEX still. We are only around 30% of the map through. I need the music, by the way, GT. I have no music.
Alright. Well, the map does get a lot harder in the second half, I feel. And those are real misses, I believe, from Edge and Minex. Oh no, that's Banjo.
Big misses from Minex, but actual miss from H2Q. And Mindra Arrow does trade, but 2 players trades back instantly from Hokoasa. Once again, the session is very easy to gain score. 3 players from GEX are still popping off Makiman. First time showing up in such a long time, and he's already doing such a great job on his first map of the tournament technically. A bit of a calmer session, got a bit of a break, so players have some time to reset now.
Yeah, but there's so much score to climb back. 70,000 points in like a 2,000 plus combo map is kind of impossible.
I think that's an actual meta.
Yeah. Hello? I think we're back.
Alright, GT disconnect, and then we did see 2-way FCs from both Makiman and Mr. K107. One miss from Linux, but GEX just has the better score on that team and instantly going to the HD pick, the SV reading plus gimmicky pick of the pool, Flying Castle lag picks. Pretty sure they do have a 4 good players on GEX side, especially my Andrew Arrow, extremely good at these type of maps. So hidden is definitely his A game. K817 also pretty good at hidden in general, so does A4T. jorttt probably gonna be the 4th player, but they are basically betting on the other team does not have a 4-player team. Especially looking at players such as Cat Cat, not really known for these type of stuff, kind of being forced to play these type of maps. But he's actually pretty good at faster hitting in general. So as long as he gets through some of the harder PvP parts, I think it's completely fine for him. However, he has to sacrifice some score. Probably same case as jorttt.
Yeah. It's really those slow SC paths that can kill people though, considering that there's like a decent amount of overlap in the map. Does get a bit scary, especially if you only maybe play faster HDs. I don't know if Bancho is dying or if my connection today is just really bad.
I think everyone's kind of lagging. Not only you. Because even you're not on the tournament that I'm hosting, so Blue's Speed finally into Hidden 2. Flying Castle. One team has 4 players on this, the other I don't think they have 4 players on this. We'll see how it does. Some pack instantly killing the entire Hokoasa team. Only KGYN for now. YM only having the FC going up against a 4-way FC still from GEX and everyone on 99.49%. What 2-3-1 just so far from GEX and a couple of break here from H2Q as well. You can see who is prepared on this pick.
Yeah, GEX already 100,000 point lead and we're barely 25% of the way through the map. We have a long stream here. This is maybe the easy part for some people. We do see a miss from A40, but Itch and KGYMN finding all those misses. Yeah, another slow SV part catching off some players. KGYMN, Itch and KVK all falling victim. Slow SV stream, catching off KGYMN and KVK.
Finally misses from Hokoasa and all the slowdown sessions once again catching off many players left and right. Finally some weakness being shown on GEX. K8107 finally to break his 99% and the FC here, but the damage has been done. There's still 299% FC from both my Andrew area and jorttt. And jorttt, despite not the extreme strong HD player, he's doing fantastic in this map so far. Definitely picking back up his A game compared to last weekend. I would say being definitely this main focus player of being bullied by the other team. This week, not the case, being absolutely phenomenal on HD2 with my Andrew Arrow. Killing it.
I mean, those are just some really clean scores from GEX. Single digit 100s for 3 of the players. And a 10-100 FC from Healthy. Yeah, Hokoasa not really standing a chance on this HD2. As we do move over to their pick.
They are kind of forced to pick something, I would say, just gimmicky stuff. Going for sudden death. Pretty much sudden death, I think that's an expected choice here. When you're just a bit weaker in terms of skill sets, and even in some reading maps, you just have to go for risky picks such as this.
So yeah, 3 mods sudden death, you need a minimum of 3 mods. At least 1 HG, at least 1 HR. HG counts for both.
see what are the mods being selected here. Remember, in this tournament, you do have to put on 2 HD, not 1 HD, 1 hard rock, but a total of 3 mod. And hidden hard rock does satisfy both mods. Sometimes there's just teams just going for a double mod and then sacrificing himself. But if you can knock it a decent score in general, I don't think that's a good risk here.
Yeah, we see how many whether teams can even try to run no mods, so it's a bit risky.
Yeah, looking at the players right now, I can see some being sacrificed here. Cat Don Cat. Hidden Harrock. Shivon probably can hidden. The rest go for the consistency no mod. And then on the other side we do have B-Nex usually can also 2 mod, but probably want to be safe and just go for 1 singular mod on hidden. We got some players actually gonna be risking off mods here. Oh my god, okay guys, what are you doing? You realize this is a sudden death, right?
Oh!
What is happening? Alright guys, these are all fake misses at the start of the map. Hopefully. That is a fake misses, right, Minix? Okay, yes, everyone is FCing. Don't worry, no one is trolling today.
I think Nisio is not FCing. Is he? Okay, no, he is. Okay. Alright, we're chill. I mean, 7 mods versus 6 mods? Yeah, 6 mods.
And here comes the hard to HGA Child Part already claiming 2 players off. My Angel Arrow and Cat Don Cat will be failing now.
Yeah, series of hard patterns. Catch off KDK and my Angel Arrow.
I think Minix is such a good thing for their team because this guy is usually known for FCing maps, not the highest accuracy, and he's doing the job so far. Probably the safe bet for the team. And now into the break, they see 2 players failed the map, 1 on each team. It's all on the bottom left corner of each team. Hopefully they're not snoozing after this.
Alright, SC part coming up.
Visible part of the map. Still, the density of the map is very low. It's definitely doable for all of these players as we do see 2-way FC, 3-way FC from both teams so far. Missing on these.
Yeah, meaning nothing.
Bit of a consistency session now. Players can rest a bit before they went to another tag sessions, which will be occur once again in the final half of the final 10th of the map. Looking like Nisio, a bit of a disconnection over there. That'll be a horrible case for Nisio. That's the final part of the map. I think those are actual misses from Cat Don Cat and A40 again. I have no idea, are those actual misses from K8107?
Yeah,
he's FCing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be it. H2Q missing as well in the end. They need Nisio to connect and seemingly disconnecting.
Yeah, I think Score didn't submit, I believe. But the win margin is like definitely more than was possible to win, I do believe. Yeah, I'm just gonna panic. We'll return to the lobby screen. but right, taking out the calculator real quick. Yeah, I do believe it's a margin of about 1.18 million, so yeah, not overcomable by any singular player. So yeah, quote-unquote convincing win. GEX now just looking to sweep it more or less. Yet another pretty good team score. Maybe overcooked a little bit on the mods, but you know, all's well that ends well. And given that, you know, if every player has like an 80% consistency rate, then like your chance of failing is like what, 1/5 to the power of 4. That's like basically 0. You know, not quite 0, but pretty close to impossible for it to happen. And yeah, maybe map's too easy. Make it a bit harder. You see HD1 gets banned. Very expected. Basically the next hardest HD. For GEX's ban next. See, no mod 2 getting banned, and you know, it's a little bit of an SV, maybe a bit more gimmicky in terms of speed. Less speed and a bit more SV and tech. Getting banned, so we're waiting for GEX's next pick.
I'm sorry, I was dealing with my tournament stuff.
Yeah. I get it.
Dude.
Yeah, that's why, I mean, I was trying to look for MP for your match, you know? I was like, someone DC'd basically, and trying to find out the DC and ask for what was within, like, the bounds, right? I assume that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very tough to do this kind of... I really like, think DC related stuff is always question marky, because it can be hard to find out when the DC is exactly, and whether it fits within the time frame, i.e. like 30 seconds or 45 seconds, depending from tournament to tournament, but you know, we try our best. As we do see HR2 getting picked from the side of GEX, that's our 234 times 1.1, making it 257 SV. Getting picked here.
Alright, there you go, I'm back.
Alright.
Hopefully
Hope your issue is resolved.
Yep.
A lot of funny shenanigans going on.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Does even get off my nerves a little bit. Hopefully that's not make me get too like distract from this match, because I don't love that song, but I always love the Savara too.
Yeah, consistency HR2. Because kind of farm HR2, I guess. See, right off the bat, small lead forming here for GEX. Able to farm a bit of accuracy, K107 dropping a little bit of egg, but it's Licio and Sarah on the side just finding a bit of egg drop. Sarah actually breaking out of the FC. GEX just with more consistent players right now. A40, Mindra, Arrow, Halti, all 99.5. Chiffon and Mr. 0223 trying their best. But now we're in the high SV and the egg is suffering a slight bit.
Yep. Very close map so far, honestly. 40,000 points on this map is technically nothing, and both teams can definitely deal with it.
One team is dealing with it better than the other, and it's showing in the score gap right now. On a map like this, 80k is actually quite large. Though percentage-wise maybe it's not that much, but in a map where we're mainly focusing on consistency and where people are expected to hit most of the notes, this score gap like this is quite large, as we do see the first miss from the set of GEX, showing at least a bit of weakness. A40 finding that miss.
Let's go Chiffon as well. Looking like this match gonna be quite one-sided. Unlucky. Seemingly all the pictures doesn't work, and Sarah is doing an absolutely great job compared to the rest of the players' rank, but unfortunately I think the room is a little bit too strong, and this is just a little bit too quick, and there goes Sarah again. It's only Mr. 0223 trying to go against a wall of Japanese players score. A wall of 99 high accuracy percent. Everyone doing absolutely fantastic in this map from GEX so far. Only a bit lower combo here from A40, but not really meaning anything if you just have a 99% on 4-way FC so far. And then goes Chiffon again. It's looking like gonna be a 5-0. And they have to think of a pick.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, insanely consistent with insanely high X. He gets a score. Definitely gonna cross the 4 million, probably even the 4.1.
Crazy score from GEX. 9101 misplay here from A40. Top score of the lobby. That's actually not top score, second top score of the lobby, despite the one miss. My Angel Eru, usually known as a dude who has like absolutely high accuracy but miss on match, but this time doing the FC wonderfully, not getting nervous on the, I would say, very nerves required pick. So good job to him, absolutely, and of course good job to his entire team as well. Mr. 0223 trying his best going up against the GEX players, but they're just nothing to respond. Not compared to absolutely crazy accuracy from the other teams.
Yeah, I mean, Hokoasa, tried their best. That was a pretty decent team score, all things considered, but I think the caliber is just getting a little bit high right now. And I mean, yeah, this is in essence a seed, what, 4 versus 5 match, you said. I think in terms of actual seeding, this is supposed to be the 4 versus 5 actually. Right?
I think it is for third or fourth from GEX. I would say GEX is kind of close to I would say Deku's team. Okay, if Deku's team and if the entire team practice, you know.
Oh,
but looking like GEX, this
yeah.
team is a lot. This week is a lot more, you know, prepared.
Oh.
You can see Kitty Cat. Alright. P is for, and looking like they're gonna take the absolutely RNG pick here. 70 seconds, 126 BPM, but more like 252 BPM with double time, so you're gonna be playing a 300 BPM map.
Yeah.
OD 5.5, personally I think this is an absolutely fantastic song.
True.
Megan Free song, probably one of the best rapper. Her flow is very well. Hearing this song in DT is kind of insane. So we see what they will respond on this pick. Yeah, should be K8107 and My Andrew Arrow should be on every map, and this map being like your double time speed up type of map, Horty should be in as well. I would say 4th player. They have a couple of choice. I think Mark Heeman is definitely a more speedier double time player.
Yeah.
And also, I do believe they are missing one player as well that I think can play. Sasara or Shalpert. I think both of them should be doable in this map. Meanix is not really known as a double time player. If he's in, you would expect a bit lower accuracy, and I don't think he's going to be playing this because I do believe GEX has a lot of good players. And there we go, Shalpert is coming in, like I mentioned.
Oh really? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think
the period number 3 of the world.
I think Hokoasa just ending in their 4 highest ranked players, which, you know, technically this is a very like, you know, high ranked skill set, kind of. Bitch getting rich off twerking. Fuck that. If I had a dick, make him suck that. Pull up to the club, make a nigga get the fuck back. Superstar, and you little hoes my group. I'm done giving 15 minutes to these goofies. Big wheels rolling, can't tell how shit feel, bitch. I changed when I only got big bitch problem. And it waist on coke bottle. Walking these hoes like a runway model. Trust me, I'm finna get free like Tubman. Team, like I mentioned, Hokoasa kinda a little bit tight on what maps that they can pick. Chivon, Nisio, Mr. 0223, and KGYM. Mostly these 4 players are the main players. You do see H2Q playing some of the more reading heavy maps, and Sarah and Catalan as well on some of the hard rock picks. But some of these like high speed maintainment picks, they have the 4 Japanese going up against GEX, and this map is very difficult. Already instantly seeing some misses left and right. Shout plus Chivon is gonna find a break. Nisio KGY at this map ends in the blink of an eye, so it's gonna just like a very swift rapid over here. Shout as well, and Nisio also trading the entire set here. Mr. 0223 also running a break, but there's a freeway FC some GEX, Horty, K1, K807, and My Andrew Arrow is absolutely carrying the entire team for this map. They are doing a 3 versus 4 so far in this map, but finally everyone slowly finding a pace here in this map, but the early side is getting a lot of points to GEX. K8107 finally finds a drop because of how short is this map, and 6-digit score is actually not as huge if Shalpert just keep missing left and right, so there's more players from GEX. It's definitely come back from Hokoasa, but they're just not giving it. Nisio and Mr. 0223 also going to be finding a break. No combo again for Hokoasa outside of Shivi on 2 kills. He's trying his best as solo player, but going up against such a huge team score from My Andrew Arrow and Horty, just nothing from Respawn on their team. And there goes gonna be the 6th point for GEX. Yeah, I mean, they are just getting straight at gap there. K107 by Jero, both 37%. Absolutely able to hold their ground on this one. 40 hundredths 40 plus hundreds for 3 of the players on GEX. Chiffon also with 46 100s, but the rest of Hokoasa unfortunately not quite able to keep up on this DC3. And yeah, GEX now to pick and maybe try to end it right here, right now.
Crazy score from GEX. So hard to beat that map, and they have the next pick.
Very well, just end right now. And you know, it really does feel that they have the upper hand in almost everything. HD reading, accuracy, even pure skill cap. GEX just looking so strong right now. Hokoasa, even with those pretty decent scores, they're not able to find a crack in the GEX defense, and
I mean, they can just pick the hardest map in the entire pool and then call it a day. Easy DT is definitely a pickable map, and they're gonna go for DT1, also a high DTX map, a hard DTX map. Shaka ni Kasuke's Ino Oni, and you know that's difficult.
yeah, another very accuracy map. This one is also really short actually. I think it has 1 in the minutes again, maybe 1 minute 50-ish, but yeah, very hard to act. A lot of 1.6 accuracy tests on 240, so
I think this is also a pretty green pick for Hokoasa, I'm gonna be real. And they're finding the player jorttt once again. You need to be a bit quicker with the timer. I think jorttt is probably side reading the map or some sort, so he went out and tried for a few seconds. I won't be surprised if he's side reading, or at least try to play again and remember what happened in the map.
Or maybe he's
This
just
is also
offline
gonna.
again.
True. I mean, this guy has been offline for so long, but this map is another one of those, and in a blink of an eye, a bit shorter than the last one. A lot of SV changes and left and right as well. Could trip up players. They are not the highest changing SV slot, but some of the jump scare finishes could cause you a bit of trouble if you have not played the map before. Hokoasa, not really a tag team once again, so kind of being forced to play this map. But in general, I don't think their skill cap is comparable with the other teams. But we'll see how this map does.
I mean, honestly, this map is not that high skill cap, I would like to say.
True. But I think 1.6 in this BPM is very hard, as we do see this year and Captain Nocat. Only finding breaks here, and then DDDKKD 1.6 here, gonna be catching up jorttt. Still definitely both teams gained here. And some hot finishes with some SV changes, but not really troubling any player so far.
Offhands also not a problem. Offhand long patterns, that is. No,
Joel definitely carrying the team, but so far with 99.22%. That hard pattern once again, basically claiming the same players who are missing on 1-6. Nisio and K8107 have been finding breaks left and right. Cat as well. Still 2 FC versus 2 FC, but the accuracy of Hokoasa is just a little bit too low compared to the rest of the players.
And yeah, 100,000 points the difference. Unfortunately, I don't know how comebackable this is. The map is already about to end. Nisio finds another miss. Still my Eru and A40 holding on so strong on the side of GEX. And Hokoasa, unfortunately, in this losers finals, might be getting swept 7-0.
That might be it. Final pattern here, and the still pattern, claiming every single player on Hokoasa. And unfortunately, this pool may just a little bit too rough for Hokoasa. And in the end, GEX, with the Tiger World Cup players' power, my Angel Eru, this year's winners Tiger World Cup, gonna be FCing and top scoring the final map once again. And GG, well played to GEX and Hokoasa. Thanks for Hokoasa for signing off this tournament. A lot of new names that we have never heard of, and they definitely show up to be some really strong Japanese players. But unfortunately, the pool may just be a little bit too rough for them. But once again, at least, thanks for the support for showing up in this tournament.
Of course. I mean, there was some pretty cool scores from Hokoasa as well, you know.
Yep.
What was it, like number 4 qualifiers first place? That was pretty funny.
Yeah, absolutely. This team is definitely a heavy practice pick team, a happy practice team. But unfortunately, I think the GEX team finally bring up the A game. Having Makiman back, definitely a lot stronger than previous few weeks here on some of the gimmicky picks, and close it out with a sweep. And they want to come back. Shellblitz, probably busy playing Minecraft rather than Osu, but still glad to see some of the previous year's top players coming back to play.
Yeah, I mean,
that also, go ahead.
I mean, this just makes me more excited for, you know, the match that should be happening tomorrow, Techno versus GEX. I mean, now in my head, these two are just like even more evenly matched, you know, so it brings a bit more hype to tomorrow's match. So yeah, I believe that is it for today. Tomorrow we'll have 2 matches. One at Thursday in UTC and one at 15 in UTC. That'll be losers finals, Techno versus GEX, and winners finals, Stony Outlet versus My Home, or My Home. So yeah, see you there.
See you there.